shine. Let me get some spirit fingers on that sun. Shining light this morning. It's Saint Spraying, yo. Let's clear off this camera. Let's get into it, shall we? Time for the morning walk. It's into the summer. Your boy's like, yo, I need sunglasses and a hat. If I haven't been doing the show in like a week and a half, I'm gonna have to get that shine on and figure it out, bro. Of course. And hey, as soon as I start the show, motherfuckers try to pull up too. Like I did start the show. It's a lovely day. It's a lovely day. And the sun is shining. Everywhere I go, I see people smiling. And I prefer to be one of the people that smile. That's what I've been. Lost and found. This morning we're going to talk about it, but it's true, you know? This sun's going to get brutal. I'm going to have to actually... I wanted to bring my sombrero. I almost brought the sombrero out. Get out the air. When you're doing boom, baby, boom. When you're getting that boom, it's right in the gut. And it's like, whew, get some air trap. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get untrapped and untrap our minds so we can be free. Free your mind so you can free your life so you can be free. That's what this whole show is all about, man. I've been doing this show for a hot minute, maybe in 10 years, doing it every day, and I just had to get off the addiction. Wasn't feeling successful. Wasn't feeling like my normal self, actually feeling like a failure, straight up in life. Ooh, look how pretty these are. And anybody else that's ever kept it real, you know, beautiful. I'm gonna get in the shade though when I show these off. You guys can see it. It's beautiful. All these beautiful flowers. Get this. So gorgeous. Thank you for sharing, gorgeous. Thank you, baby. Get in the shade, show it off a little bit. These plants are amazing. I hear people at the dog park. You can park your dog. Oh, the mind is free. And I think I saw one viewer. Can you please? Oh man, life. It's not easy, bro. It's coming at us and it's coming for us. And that was the biggest thing I have to deal with. Actually, I'm gonna keep these on. It's so bright, bro. Gotta do laps. Just trying to get the shit off my head. But it's coming for us. Coming for us. Life is coming for us, not at us. You know, it was like something I was watching Jay-Z talk about. But life's not happening at you, it's happening for you. And that whole perspective changed me. You know, like I had to actually get inside myself and said these horrible things that have happened to me, to myself, to my life. Let's get some of this trash off the ground. All this perfect lawn, and somebody just ate their gum, didn't even roll it up to throw it away. Let's put it in the pocket. Plastic pocket challenge. Now, I invented the plastic pocket challenge during a relationship that didn't work out. I'm very upset about this relationship still. Starting to talk about it right off the bat. I think it's important that people identify what's going on with them. You know, it's so easy for us to miscalculate and judge. It's so easy for us to check this out. I was like, what's this on the ground? One feather. Oh man, if you can get a chance to get outside too, please do it. That's what we've been talking about too. Just to smell the grass. I'm about to light up my grass too, but we're gonna do a couple laps first. The thing is we are this challenge. Here's the rest of it. Damn, this time they did fold it up. Okay, I'm gonna put it in my plastic pocket challenge. That I would attempt to live a life with a challenge. You know, it comes with these obstacles, and the way we view the obstacles is really what determines. This little dragonfly, so cool. Our outcomes. You know, it's like anything else. It's our perspective. And one of the things that was really fucking with me is that I was living in a world of regret. Save the planet. Yes, who's watching? What up? Thank you for watching. I can't tell who's here, but thank you for watching. Got the planet right here in my hands. That's what my child was supposed to be. He was supposed to save the planet. And I couldn't save him from me and my temper. I was watching Jack Dorsey, the creator of Twitter. Some of these guys, when they came together, they're telling the story and they talk about their parents. And like, fucking dad goes to the grocery store and never comes back. Damn, when he was a baby. It's like, damn, that really happens. Like, fuck, I really wanted my baby. And I really wanted to be a father. And unfortunately, dating somebody that was divorced and had 2 kids and was going through it wasn't in my patience tolerance, wasn't in my repertoire. And as a perfectionist, I beat myself up over it, you know? I was letting this happen to me. I'd made a choice to be with someone that had children, and then I made a choice to scare her away. And the choice is not the outcome that I wanted, you know? When we do these things in our heads, right? It's like we're trying to be found, right? This is why it's lost and found, you know? We're lost. You know, I'm going to say it first, you know? We don't know who it is. Zaraf. Thank you. Is that Jason? Saving the planet, bro. Thanks for watching. Hold up. Let's spark up a thing here real quick. I'm going to spark up my blunt. I got the morning billionaire blunt because we got billionaire ideas and just that. I've had loads of ideas, but I'm not a billionaire. I've had attempts at living a blessed life, yet sometimes I don't feel blessed. You know, I don't sit here and preach people from the scripture and pretend that I have all the answers to life. In fact, there's no script to this. I honestly don't know what I was going to say. I just knew that I had a message inside me. I don't know what else to tell people, but I just get this message inside me. And this morning's message was that for all of us, it's the monkey tail. Get yourself a monkey tail. We're going to find ourselves lost, and then we're going to have to find our way out and find ourselves found. And that's going to be a really tough thing to do. So if life's happening for us, then it's not happening against us. And if I believe that it's saving me from a worse headache or a worse problem, then I can perceive it that way. You saved me from dating a woman that was crazy, that had 2 kids, that killed my baby. Or I was in my head where I was lost, where I was like, I fucked up. I shouldn't have been arguing with my pregnant girlfriend. I should have had more patience, you know, with the pregnant lady. I would have had a different outcome. I would be a father right now, and my child would be a tourist just like me, or a city, just like me and my grandpa. So when I lived in that world in my head where everything was fucked up, like I fucked up, like the plan had changed. I had a tough time with change. Even now, the shop is closed. The shop I've been working at the last 3 months. Whole boy retired, sold it to some Chinese people, and the whole shop is going to be gone in 45 days. We just did our last transaction yesterday, Friday, and that's it. My pattern had to change. Like I can't make people not retire. I can't make people stand in spot. I can't hold time still for my wants. That's how it happens, doesn't it? It makes us change. No matter how hard we try to hold on to comfort zones, sitting there on the Netflix, on our phones, on our couches. The guy was saying, I pushed myself to be uncomfortable. He was saying I ran. You know, it's easy to do the other things like driving, eating, fucking. That's the easy stuff. That's the stuff that brings us quick comfort. And as long as we're comfortable, we're not challenged. We're stationary. And we sit there and let the water boil. Check out what I just found. Well, look at that little Halloween pendant or for a croc or something. How cool is that? These new shoes. And I've been making my own Saint slips and my own sandals and my own designs and my own colors and my own logo on them. And as I create things, you know, myself, and I'm like, when am I going to be successful? You know, and then I realized that was my ego. Only my ego cares what other people think of me, right? Only my ego cares. Come on, man, the burps already. Trust me, my sneezing and burping inconveniences me too. And that's what we do, right? We're inside of our heads wanting everyone else to think that we're cool instead of actually just being cool. And I mean peaceful inside, comfortable with ourselves, not having to adjust our skirt and hair 17,000 times. But that's what we do. We hop on these devices and want to show everybody what our life's like. You know, we want to show everybody these beautiful homes and beautiful cars and beautiful setups when we're ugly inside. We ain't figured it out yet. We're lost still. Some people, maybe you're found. Maybe you found it. Maybe you found it through scripture. Maybe you found it through understanding yourself. Maybe you found it through spirituality. Of course, as I'm doing the show, the dog's got to bark because they're painting and the machines. I'm the only one in the park, yo, on a Saturday. I fucking love this. So this is how uncomfortable it is. It's too hot. It's gonna make you sweat. Working out. I gotta change. I gotta get out of my comfort zone. And that's what ends up happening. We get stuck. We get stuck in our own ways. We get stuck in our comfort. And we go like, who's to blame? You know? The girl said it herself, when you're trying to date in the 21st century, you go to bed alone. You wake up, you get into your routine, you start going to work. You did the work, you get done, and then now it's time to come home. And now you're faced with this reality where you're like, I don't want to know my own reality, so let me hop on my phone and look at other people's reality. Let me look at beautiful dogs and beautiful picnics and beautiful relationships that I don't have. And then I dumb out because now I get to hop on my Netflix and chill out. But now I'm just chill because now I'm sleeping by myself again. And the cycle is on repeat. All of us chasing, girls chasing careers, you know, instead of chasing how to talk to a man. You know, that's what one of my friends was making me feel better. She said, Mark, these women are just too masculine. Talking shit to men like they won't get hit. Baiting people to hit them. Baiting the situation so that they can get divorced. 80%. That's the number. 80% of women initialize divorce. And we're wondering, where's our connection? Why? What happened to our twin flames? What happened to us having communication skills? Last weekend, I had an argument with my friend. I had to turn around and I was like, yo, we're not going on this trip. And of course, she hasn't called me since. It's too sensitive for her ego, right? She went on a trip. I'm alone and I'm happy and posted all this. And I hope she is, you know. But the truth is you still have a friend here that you've miscommunicated with. And instead of communicating with me, it's, oh, your charger's it's easier, the charger's in the mailbox, right? Because I left my charger over there. Now the charger's in the mailbox, but the phones are off. The communication is off. We forgot how to talk to each other. We bump heads because we're all 12 different signs and we all have different characteristics and different backgrounds, and our different psychology comes out. And in our differences, we started to separate. For the longest time, we said separate's not equal, you know, and it's not. Us being separate from each other, from our own consciousness, right? We're lonely. We're sitting in our heads, in our homes, inside of our phones, not knowing how to stop being alone. You know, we go back to the same well, hoping that this thing is going to connect us. And I was like, no, I'm using this thing to challenge us. I'm using this thing to just break cycles. I was like, dude, I've been so busy working 3 different conventions this last 30 days. I didn't even have time to do the morning motivation. It was just another chore all of a sudden. It was a lot of my time. I don't mind because now it's Saturday and look. Plastic Pocket Challenge. Now it's Saturday and I can chill. I don't have no work to run to. I got no convention to run to. But what about when it ain't like that? What about when I'm busy as fuck? What do? I kept a commitment. During an abortion, during a breakup, I kept a commitment to this fucking phone. And I was like, I'm leaving it alone. I'm kind of done with it. I don't need people to see my face. I don't need just one person to watch. I don't need me to think that my ego works, right? Like, nobody's watching me. Nobody gives a fuck. And that was the whole point. I had to start giving a fuck. I had to start giving a fuck to myself and go, okay, self, you want this life to be awesome. You just had some trauma. You just had something traumatic happen to you. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to keep replaying it over and over in your head to get the same results? Because it is the same result. My son is dead. And mostly by my hands. I'd love for all my friends to reframe it and go, she's stupid. She's the one that did it. There's nothing you could do. If they don't want to have it, it's nothing you could do. I was like, shit, I could have made her comfortable. I could have made her safe. I could have been the better option instead of the other enemy. I blame myself. You know, I have a lot of blame, guilt, and shame, right? That's why we call it Saints Addiction. That's why that shit happens. Pedophilia, when you're shamed out. What's the friend? She said that the preacher was on her and nobody would believe her, or the stepdad, or how about now I'm seeing this one woman had a 13-year-old boy locked up. They thought he was missing. He's in her house. Teachers taking advantage of younger kids. You're like, come on, bro. These positions, the preachers, the teachers, me, I'm in that position. Examine me. You know, it's kind of like a guilty fucking UFC fighter, bro. If you're not taking steroids, you don't mind taking the shot. I mean, except for when you're cutting weight. I mean, that was kind of fucked up at 6 a.m. when you got no blood to give. I mean, shit, literally you squeezed everything out of your body to kill you. But other than that, you got nothing the juice. Nah, if you don't have no juice in your system, you're not worried about being tested. Simple put, you know, if you're not worried about the lie, about it being true, then the lies won't harm you, right? Like, we have to live in some kind of truth with ourselves when we have talking to our consciousness. And that's why I started to do this. I mean, I'm going to do these laps regardless, but shaking my energy. I remember coming here doing laps when I was throwing my own festival. I don't really promote it much because I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed how shitty it was. I'm embarrassed how much it cost me. I'm embarrassed how much I'm in debt. I'm embarrassed how much it hurt. I had to put a meth head in a headlock. I lost about 5, 6, 7 friends that were close to me. Let's call it 7 because it went over 5. And now I can't throw a party for the life of me. Like, since I've been 15 years old, at my birthday party, when I literally typed out flyers back in the day, before I was Flyers in an Hour, before I was the owner of Print in an Hour, before I was the owner of anything, I was just having friends come together. I wanted to throw my birthday. Birthdays are important to me. Invite everybody. Printed it out digitally. I don't know if you guys remember when they used to do squares, almost like pixels. Old school. I born 1980, so this is what, 95, 92. I'm 15, so it's 1995, right? I don't know what's up with this sock, but clean up some of this trash. Clean up some of this trash. Hey, it takes all of us, bro. I'm already dirty. Might as well just trash up my pocket, except for the Ghostbuster one. Cool, got it. And that's where we're at in this world. Lost, dude. Trying to find it. We're using the phones, the same device that's burying us. It's kind of like the shovel. You keep digging your own grave when you should be digging steps out. You know, putting slices, not walls. Steps, not walls. Roads. Building bridges. Figuring it out. You know? No, it's easier to block people. Fuck getting over hard things, right? Let's stay comfortable. That's what we'll do. We'll just let them order out every night. Keep the corporations nice and thick. Keep my ass thick on the fucking cycle of life. Now I gotta rotate. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Now I gotta be a brat in a maze. I think the whole thing that I really wanted for this show was the freedom. You know, my buddy was like, yeah, but you've been to China, man. You've been to Thailand, Saint. You really got to reflect on that. And I was like, yeah, but I forget. You know, I forget about my travels. I forget about my accolades. I'm a human too. I can be very focused on the things that I fuck up on and give myself no reprieve for all the things I did good on. That's the depression. Yeah. And as athletes talk about it, and Britney Spears of the world, we're looking at people going through it. Half of her body is going, I want to show off these titties. I think they're fake titties, by the way. This body, I was kept underneath. I'm 40. These are the last of my good years. Psychoanalyzing it right now on the spot. And then she's got her sons not wanting to see her. You're like, no wonder why your heart hurts. You know, you're giving birth to these children and now they're recording you like the paparazzi. Can you imagine that you got a camera up your ass? Can you imagine having a baby coming out with a camera, taking pictures of your JJ right after they come out? Like literally, dude, there's not one person not putting a camera on Britney. And it just sucks to see that. I don't know, I'm talking about a celebrity and I'm high right now, but I'm just saying I was using an example of us watching mental health, okay? Watching mental health. We don't get to see it that often. We'll like to just stare at Dennis Rodman and just be like, he's just strange. We like different. We like unique. Our brains like to figure things out. But ourselves. But ourselves, you know, we how to break your own pattern.com. You know what I mean? Like, how do you stop yourself from doing compulsory activities? You know, when I talk about addiction, people are like, like I pissed on them or spit on them, or, you know, like I put a heroin needle in my arm. And it's like, well, get your DSM-6 out. It's not even the 4 or the 5. They got a DSM-6 out now for psychology, analytics and stuff, and think of yourself and say, what are my... That's why I did this whole week, and just because everything's changing right now. What are my patterns? I'm so used to Monday through Friday going to this job, bro. And then when I'm done, I feel like I need a reward. So then I go smoke and I sedate myself. I get myself comfortable. I say, I deserve this. And I blow through the next 4 hours instead of setting up for another event, busting out a little table, saving up. So I'm keeping all my money in the domain name, saving up so I can make an inventory, adjust my schedule, stay someplace else. Oh my God, look how beautiful these flowers are. Should be plenty of bees in here. That smells like a soft baby pillow. Wow, I mean, now it's like a fresh fucking diaper and shit. Though it smells really nice. But this is it. You know, I got this one little show. I'm starting to get monetized. I am monetized, actually, so I'm proud of that. Whoop, whoop, I raised 43 cents. Yeah, no one else cares, but I mean, at least I'm making money while I'm asleep. That was the goal. At least I'm free to walk around. That was also the goal, to be my own boss and use my own creations and have them online so people can see things that came out of my head. You know, designs that I designed and I made with my own hands, my own brain and my own mouth, and I kept it moving. Even when I was going through an abortion, even when after I get arrested, so many things have happened to me, for me, I guess, right? It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And that's the big message I wanted people to get this morning, right? We're adjusting ourselves in a new light. Change is always gonna come, man. You know, that's such a fucking paradoxical thing. I'm getting older, right? I want different places to be. It's not enough. It's not enough to be on mom's couch. It's not enough to stick to just this place to jog up. I mean, I remember being here, because I haven't been here in a hot minute, but you know, I remember being here and I'm just like so consumed with doing the festival so I could ignore myself. So I could ignore the pain that I was going through, right? That's why we drink. If we're going to be honest about addictions, we're going to be honest about ourselves. That's why we get comforted. We've been disturbed. Something has disturbed our peace. Something had happened to us. They like to make this joke on the show, like, who hurt you? But what hurt you? You know, if we really go deep, what's hurt you? What's made you jaded to love? What's made you numb up? What's made you join this crowd? What's made you dress the way you dress? That's why I love passion for fashion, man. I you know, I'm wearing these shades because I kind of like these reflective ones, but it doesn't really scream me. You know, I have other shades that really scream me. I'm trying to scream me. I'm trying to say, yo, Taurus in the house, yo. Straight up front. Let me tell you who I am before I even enter the door. That's what I love about t-shirts. That's marketing. That's what I love about shirts. Shirt an hour. Hit me up. People are like, National Dog Day, dog on shirt. I got you.com. Hit me up. And I'm just like, man, all this hard work, am I not supposed to be around to see a different outcome? To see myself go to other places, go further, challenge myself, because I made my mind move, my muscles move, my body move the chains. They say do chain moving events. How do you move the chains? How do you break your old cycle and get yourself to fucking do something different? It's so easy to stay comfortable because we got hurt. My other shirt says heal over hurt, like the head over ache. The whole Saints Anarchy say we're mostly saints right here, you know, and that's where we don't get to get it. They don't get to see it themselves outside of their pattern, away from whatever they're holding on to, because we're all holding on to something. We're all addicted to something. Something's got us in a headlock, and it's us. Just straight up, dude. We're keeping ourselves in a holding pattern. And instead of getting to live a life where we challenged it and actually moved it to move that needle movers, bro, just move the needle, moving ourselves faster, further, thoroughly, you know, like it's really real. People got fucking patterns, man. We all got addictions, bro, and we got to catch ourselves and go, okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? With this last 3 minutes of the show, for 30 minutes, thanks for whoever watched this whole time. I appreciate you. I want you to live your life too. But living a life of examination, you know? The unexamined life is not a life lived, you know? And I don't know who wrote that quote, but I'm sure somebody on here can write below and quoteonshirts.com me and tell me whoever wrote that quote, you know? But that's what we're doing. We're examining our lives, or at least on this channel we are, and talking about thicker subjects, harder subjects that makes your nose run and makes your eyes cry. And I told a girl the other day, she was like, oh my God, it's your passion, man. You know, you're dripping. And I'm always inspired by artists, and I want to wear a shirt, and I want to wrap my car. And I'm like, whoa, that's a lot, dude. It's like $2,000 to wrap a car. It's not cheap. So, but I appreciate the volunteering. You know, we're gonna do some modeling, and that's Reliable Models, and I love doing downtown mural shots and putting my art on girls, especially if it fits them, and especially if they'll wear it. That's an honor to me. You know, if they're already honored to do it, they make my brand look good. Shout out to Graceface. You know, she knows what's up. So my Reliable Models. Oh, and Bree too. Brianna Davis, shout out to you too. You've been a day one since A1, you know. So I appreciate all my models. I'm gonna print out some new shirts if anybody gives a shit. Willpower is coming out. This is Willpower, like the Tap Out logo. We got the He Did Inhale, Elon Musk, because there was that kind of, did he get high on the show? He definitely did inhale. What else? What else? All the designs, man. Stop Wars. You know, the Tiananmen Square, the Chinese, making them stop the tanks. It took one man to stop the tanks, and that's how I feel. You know, I feel this is my one-man thing, even though I got 5 brands. You know, I will myself from $0 to around the world, from prison to the penthouse. If you have got from really low to really high, to really low to really high, then you know what manic depressive looks like. You know what bipolar looks like. You know what depression looks like. Then you're in the right show. You know what suicide looks like. You know what shame looks like. You know what guilt looks like. You know what sobriety looks like. You know, the other side of it. After you've numbed yourself and try to fill yourself with all the other things, you came to the right channel. That's what we do over here at Saints Addiction. We shine. We find a way to shine, and I want you to find a way to shine today. You know, get found. We're not lost anymore. We're found. And that's why I said lost and found this morning. How about found over lost? That's Saints Anarchy. There's Saints Addiction. I'm the Shirt Addict. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. From Finland. Huvakitos. I'm good. Later. Peace.